Hello, 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 ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, those who enjoy watching StarCraft as I do. My name is Dr. Spurs, also known as Brandon Emerson, for those of you who know me by that, and I am bringing you two games today, both on Xel'Naga Caverns, and both happen to be ZVP, so I hope you enjoy watching some Zerg versus Protoss, because that's what the next two games will be. And the games will be between the red Protoss LinkofShadow and the blue Zerg Ryuuguu. Now I know I mispronounced this one wrong, so I need to think of something. I don't know. Mr. Zerg. I'll call him Mr. Zerg. But LinkofShadow over here, he seems like a... I don't know. He either was really trying to be deep in his meaning of his name when he thought of this, like, oh man, it's the link of shadows that bind us all together through the netherworld into the real world because I'm crazy and out of my mind. Or he tried to get the name Shadow Link from Legend of Zelda and it was taken, and he just flipped his table and was like, oh, this is BS, and just thought LinkofShadow would be kind of like a creative little twist. Oh, I could be a LinkofShadow and still get Shadow Link. No. I'm guessing it's the latter. I'm guessing he really wanted Shadow Link. Ooh, blocked the spawning pool unknowingly. But this is a Masters versus Masters, as I like to put up, because I like watching the Masters level game. Just because, I mean, it's more interesting. It's well played on both sides, and you know you're going to get a good game. And in fact, on SC2 Replayed, this game had like 15 GGs, which is another way of saying this game is so awesome. You need to watch it. And oh, Dr. Spurs, download me and put me on your YouTube channel. So I am doing just that, just for you. So I'm excited to see why a lot of people were like, oh, this game's crazy. And so here we are with the Pool First Expo by the Zerg. The pool has just now finished. And we have the Cybercore about halfway done, and in fact the Mr. Zerg here is stealing the second gas, but he couldn't commit. He did cancel it once already, so I'm interested to see if he'll just go ahead and let this extractor finish. But that is a story we will find out later. No speed on the way. I don't know why he got this super early pull. He did get 2 Zerglings, but no gas for Zergling speed. So he does have a queen on the way. The very important queen. The extractor was cancelled again, and the cybernetics core has completed. The one zealot is on guard duty, and the stalker will be coming out here soon. And the extractor, yes, indeed, shall commit those resources. I'm not sure if that was a stumble because he selected the extractor right as it finished. So he, oh no, oh that Zergling. This one probe is risking his life here, but the stalker will complete to save it. That zealot just ran over there and left the door wide open. But Mr. Zerg did commit that, what is it, 25 resources to finish the extractor. Slow down the gas for the Protoss, so he does get a little small victories here and there, and if you add up all your small victories, sometimes it adds up to a big victory. You just win the game. We have a spine crawler going down on the front. I am curious to see what this means. We do have a Twilight Council about a quarter, well, it's about halfway done before these two other gates. So are we going to be seeing some blinkers or charge lots? Like, what? I'm curious to see the kind of tech path this Protoss goes. The Twilight Council does open many doors for his tech choices. I feel like it's some kind of like emporium, like, oh, come on down to the Twilight Council. Yeah, we got your standard blinkers and your Dark Templar and your High Templar, and some great deals while you're at it. And you know, the Toss can just kind of walk around with their shopping cart and just pick up all the tech they want for low, low prices. That was a really bad joke and it wasn't actually funny. So if you were laughing, thank you. Thank you for the pity laugh. But I will try to step up my game as far as jokes. There's no gas on any of the 4 geysers yet. Mr. Zerg's still just droning up super hard and committing 2 more spine crawlers, 2 base defense, even a evolution chamber to, well, not necessarily choke this off, but just kind of get stuff in the way. Try to slow down any advances. I don't believe Mr. Zerg knows that there's a Twilight Council on the field, so this is a 5th gate. This is a 5 gate all in here. Like, this is definitely an all-in. Mr. LinkofShadow, Shadow Link, who did not get the name he wanted, is going for the all-in of the 5-gate variety. So we will not be seeing an expo out of him. We do have a hidden pylon over here, warping in on the low ground just to get to his destination a little bit faster. So it will be a 5-gate versus a stupid number of spine crawlers and a spore crawler. Oh my goodness, I'm looking at the production tab and I do see a DT shrine is just about finished. I want to watch a warp in just because it looks kind of cool. But we, LinkofShadow, Mr. Shadow Link, the Link who shadows and connects all the other shadows, has decided to go Dark Templar. There is already a spore crawler on the front, but no layer. Oh, there's a spore crawler in the back here too, so Mr. Zerg is definitely prepared for any kind of DT or fast DT pressure. So, oh my goodness, he's warping him straight into Archons. He's not even gonna push his luck. He does see that there is a spore crawler on the front line, so he's already just pretty well aware that there is just nothing that those Dark Templar can do. And Mr. Zerg taking a pretty weird response here. He's just, since he doesn't see this expo and he sees that there is no expo on the way, he's just been massing up spine crawlers just in case a 5-gate should happen. And it is happening right now, but there's just so many spine crawlers here. Mr. Zerg has no actual units anywhere near here. In fact, he's just kind of maxed out on spine crawlers. So if Mr. LinkofShadow's here plays this outright, he actually won't get anywhere at all. There's so many spine crawlers here, and these evolution chambers are placed pretty well so that the zealots can't get us around. But LinkofShadow's just gonna push in here anyway. And the DPS out of spine crawlers is just so high. 1-0, it almost went down, but the transfusion micro did save it. And there are Zerglings on the field. This one Archon is forced to back out. It is at pretty low health, but not before zapping that one little Zergling there. More Zealots being warped in. And so BS, says LinkofShadows as he charges back into his doom. Or just to take free damage. But he will be trying to break this left side. And the Stalker will go down. The Zealots have reached the Spine Crawler. It will go down. The second one is actually uprooted and not actually doing damage, but this one back here is poking. And Mr. Zerg kind of in trouble here, just kind of has a handful of lings, but the Archon is down. So once these Zealots in the main are cleaned up, there's not going to be a lot out of LinkofShadow. His proxy pylon is just stupidly far away. So it's not like these reinforcements will be getting here anytime soon, and there are more lings, speedlings in fact, 20 more in production, but it seems like the handful that he has here are going to be enough. Roach Warren is on the way, and 5 more Stalkers are going to be waltzing up in here. One Spine Crawler is uprooted. They will get that Overlord for free, but doing a little bit more poking, just smacking that Queen around. And these Stalkers are going to force these Zerglings to engage, and he might even get one. No, he was close though. Mr. Zerg, I'm sure, keeping up with the scouting just to see if there is an expo timing, and there isn't, and these Zerglings will definitely be cleaning up these Stalkers relatively easily, and they really didn't get their money's worth out of them. But Mr. Zerg holding this off fantastically. These 5 Stalkers are forced to retreat as well, as there's just a large number of lings, and it looks like the lings are going to surround the Stalkers, or just kind of loop around, and there it is. Good control out of Mr. Zerg here to get that surround. Beautifully played by him, and 3 Zealots and 2 Dark Templar have now arrived. Mr. Zerg will be sending up this Ling to see that there is no expo, and Zerg wonder why they get called overpowered. You're still on 1 base. Oh man, these masters and their trash talking. Maybe this is why the game got so many good games. No, monkey face. I'm on 1 base and 1 pylon. God, you're stupid. Sheesh. That's why I'm not winning. This pylon isn't harvesting resources. But the overcommit, in my opinion, to the spines definitely saved Mr. Zerg. Lol, I can build 1 billion spines and not care. Not like I'm behind. says the Protoss LinkofShadow. He is definitely raging at the fact that his all-in play was shut down by this stupid billion spines. Seems like there's a really bad Austin Powers joke to be made there, like I'm going to all-in you for 100 billion spine crawlers. As if spine crawlers were currency, but the last-ditch 5-gate super late. It is 14 minutes, and LinkofShadow is still on one base, as pointed out by Mr. Zerg, and he will be trying to waltz in here with his army to try to take down the army of spines. There are Dark Templar on the front. I don't know if there's any detection, and this Archon is tanking a lot of spine crawler damage. The Lings have arrived, and this will be cleaned up very easily. And even the Dark Templar is getting cleaned up by some sort of detection somewhere that I am oblivious to. There it is in the back. BS, I'm 4 times better than you, and you get a win, lol. Nice one, Blizz. Man. Zerg are so overpowered. Which is kind of funny, because every time you talk to a Zerg or a Protoss, they're always like, oh man, Zerg need buff. Zerg's so UP. Oh man, somebody help us. Won't Blizzard come from the heavens and bless our units with strength so that maybe we may win more often? And every other race is like, oh man, Zerg are so overpowered. And LinkofShadow, I gotta wonder why you committed so hard to this 5-gate. Committed so hard, in fact, that you waited till the 15-minute mark, which is usually about the time you look for your 3rd base. And he stayed on 1. So, LinkofShadow is definitely raging about the fact that his 1-base all-in play did not pay off for him. Mr. Zerg doing a good job, just kind of blind spine crawling. He didn't see the expo, so he could kind of assume that there was a 4-gate. And I'm sure if you have enough spine crawlers to deal with a 4-gate, that one more spine crawler will deal with a 5-gate properly. There were even some Hydras that were going to be like, oh my gosh. Mr. Zerg, in that time, just kind of teched to like whatever he wanted, because he just has so much gas piled up, because all he's been spending are these minerals. So Mr. Zerg definitely left the door open as far as his tech choices. So that is that for this game. Pretty cool to see. Sad it didn't go any longer, but I do have another game. It is a PvZ, just like this one, on the same map. It should be the next on the channel, like, uploads, blah, 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 on the right side. So, if you're watching this on YouTube, which I hope you are, and you're interested in seeing the next game, just scroll up or whatever, blah, 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 and I'm actually going to let Procaster run for another, like, 20 seconds. So I'm just going to talk for like 20 seconds here and do a little experiment, because Procaster has this really bad habit of cutting off the last 20 seconds of the video. So I'm going to see if I can remedy that by talking about nothing for 20 seconds. And if by some chance there's 20 seconds of me talking about nothing at the end of this video, I mean, I don't think that's the end of the world. Because, I mean, the game's over, and you've probably already watched it, you know, moved on to a different video or something by now, so that is our little experiment. I'm pretty sure it's been 20 seconds. I don't know. I've been rambling. I lose track of time. Let's look at this Zerg over here. This little drone. But I'm surprised that this evolution chamber didn't actually go down. But that is that. Alright, now I'm going to shut it off.